Today is July 6th, 2021, and we're here with Mark the Truth. Welcome, Mark. Thank you for joining us today. And we're here to discuss the CFA and how we can combine them.
Beautiful. Hello, beautiful beings of light, star seeds. You guys are amazing, and warrior of light for sure, because to go through what you guys are going through is not easy, and it takes a lot of courage, brave, and effort to choose every moment to keep going. And you guys are keep showing up, and that is appreciated, honored, loved in every way from all the beings.
Much love to you as well, Mark. Thank you for joining us. And we love to see how we can collaborate and synergize our efforts together.
Nice. Beautiful. Yes. So do you guys have any lead on that here of how we're gonna collaborate, or do you guys have any thoughts and ideas so far based on the two documents?
Based on the two documents, what I see at the moment here, I'm gonna bring it up.
Yeah, I can send you that file.
Okay. Yeah, just send it email.
You have editing access to this file, right?
Yes, he does. You should.
Oh yeah, I can. So I can put it in.
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, you want me to share the link again?
I think I have it, but you can if you like it. But I think I have it.
Stop that. All right, awesome.
Okay, combined and we collect official agreement agreements between Lyra Star Mist and Nathan Cruz, Scribbler Alliance. Yes. Yeah, the vision is the same. That's why I kept it so short, a world where the Golden Age has arrived, because the vision can be explained through like a trillion ways. And I do believe that is just a feeling that we do hold the same vision of what you guys were just writing. So that's totally fine. Mission, we provide a collaborative network infrastructure. We are passionate to help develop, collaborate, and implement sustainable, holistic regenerative system for organizational operations, education centers. Okay, so systems. So basically, Red Vertical Alliance more like specified in like the blueprint system aspect for all these models.
Yeah.
This is a concept by creating games and uptraining which are fun, rewarding, establishing templates, developing support as well as solutions. People in collaboration with distribution, various video content, future more fancy that help share information, which helps us share. Separate, okay.
And then that's as far as I got. And then I was looking for your purpose and was unable to find it. So I've left that at this time for us to start working.
So we didn't have like I'm doing this on purpose a little bit faster, just accountabilities. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I do have there was like a bigger list of missions, and part of that bigger list comes in that section here of purpose.
Okay.
I can even look at it too.
Yeah, if you wanted to add that.
Where I have problems sometimes is finding my stuff.
I have it open on my side if you want me to just give you a link there. I could do that.
I just.
Oh, you found it. You found it.
It was pretty fast. So, okay, let me go back to you. So, provide consultancy services to collaborate comments. So, okay, good. So I can go like here in depth, and I would love so that we are efficient because I'm not that long available today. But for example, we have here, okay, provide consultancy services to collaborative comments. How does that look like? Is that like, because how I have it in my thing, it's like when people get onboarded into the platform, they can get a consulting with a path advisor, which is, instead of again mentor and coach, we call them path advisor, of like, okay, you came into the system, there is a path advisor, and it helps you figuring out where you actually want to go, like what you're actually interested in, right? And that's why I was thinking that could be actually the same, or is it?
So what we have at the moment is that portal through and for the SoulSpark playground, and being able to start setting up pathways for exploration through the game part, so that's a part of that connection. You start with identifying your own SoulSpark, and then we have a team layout that you review as a part of where you want to go. What is your next step in the path? So it's more of like an exploration of paths, and the consultancy is when we start getting into more in-depth conversations about your project and how the SoulSpark game, the SoulSpark Commons and Playground can help assist in that process.
Okay.
In collaboration.
I understand. Yeah, that is understandable. Okay. Design and develop software, hardware, games, media content, documentation line with regenerative functionalities. Yeah, that's, for example, something that we all have in common. Create a publicity, accessibility, online interactive network information portal with merit rewards-based incentives, which include database and original collection. How does this network information portal look like? Is it like a Facebook type of thing? Of like, okay, how does the information got like will be yeah.
And this is where we're
How does
what
it
we're developing. This is our purpose, what we're working on developing. This is why the first funding Kickstarter is going to include money to make this happen. Now we have networks set up on 2 different platforms right now. One is sort of like Facebook. It's on the We Network through Bitrix. And then the other platform that we're accessing and using and by invitation bringing on boarding is the catalyst.directory. So that is spearheaded by Vincent, and yeah.
Got it. So
we started with
like
OS.
Say it again.
We started with OS ticket.
Okay.
Like a back-end server based on a ticketing system.
Okay.
That divides out according to the need from like different types of teams. So fine-grained positions.
Nice. Okay. Got it. Support and empower Japan, their growth and develop as a thriving individual, utilizing gaming in our training strong with upward opportunities. Okay, optimize and innovate community frameworks. All right. So all these points are good and legit, and definitely makes sense. And I was just popping that stuff because these things are like intertwining, like they are, that comes with that together, because it says like, okay, creating media content documentation, that's right here, events, prefix, series, mark the truth. So we have here divine harmonics. It's a sound path catalog of harmonics that can be licensed to Hollywood or whatever. That's music content. So I don't know, you guys don't have here sound healing music. So that's what we do. Services, yeah, to produce products and services that create regenerative economic flow, so the item mission products can thrive, including supplements, fashion, clothing line for men and women, sacred geometry, jewelries. So that is also something, again, for the community that fits here, because all this stuff needs to get done. Everything that you guys wrote down, what I put in here, has to get done for the overall bigger vision. And to build a light body love lifestyle app that provides access to content, events, products, and communities. So that's something that is already like in motion. So this is happening for sure. That's why I will have a call with Denise, because I talked to Zeke already. I will talk to Denise today of putting all the purposes or missions together, and that will be that we break it down of what needs to get done to fulfill each of that purpose. And then we do accountabilities through that. That's how, okay, if you fulfill that task and we send it out to the community, then you get that amount of reward token, and track it on Excel sheet as far as we have the automated system, so that we start living in the system and we start doing actually what we say we do here. Because we, of course, we do need funding to pay the people to do all the work so that it runs, it works out for sure. But all of this stuff can be actually done even without, until the funding is here. Right, that's why I say tasks can be fulfilled through the community, and they just write it down into an Excel sheet, right? And get rewarded as soon as the token is ready. That has to be the way to move ahead from here, to create efficiency and collaboration, I believe. So I would just utilize any of like this document and to just add in all the missions and purposes that we see that needs to get done, and help each other making it happen. And then we put all the names: Great Work Alliance, Light Body Love, Awaken Dream Synergy, all the names from people, and we put it at one big white paper, an agreement. We put all the logos, all these people were part of it, everybody's acknowledged. Yeah. And then, as I was sharing it the last time, and share it with Zeke and we'll do with Denise, is like we create all this document that is blank, with no branding in that matter, just blank, that we know that is the vision, that is the overall vision. And then we unify, and we even more unify, and then we just simply decide, okay, are we doing like sub brands, so we keep each name for a different section, or we do it all under one hub? And I believe that thing will organically come together into a meeting personally or Zoom, where all these leaders who created or who downloaded this vision and put it into, reality, come together and we just simply decide, whatever makes the most sense for the collective. And maybe we don't know it now, but we can know it, soon. We are doing really good work, and we are just getting even in more deeper, connecting more. All these points are legit and it's to get done. That's why by me just reading these parts, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. That would be definitely the vision that I would love to see in an app, that where it's gamified and all the stuff that you guys did. So that would be my intention to put into my Light Body Love app. Anyway, but if we again decide to do it with another name for whatever reason, and somehow I'm open, I'm never closing up something.
Right.
So let's just keep exploring with that for sure.
Yeah.
And then we put accounts together of course, all the people who are becoming the steward or like or have a different role of deciding, because it's a difference if people are in a council or if they have look, I have here primal council influence currency.
Right.
So that means there is a primary council for the overall project, but the overall project has many different projects. So we need a council for every different project. But then there is one council who is the channel to decide, or someone who's navigating the boat, right? Not everyone can be holding the, how's it called? On a car, if you like.
Steering wheel?
Yeah. Not everybody can hold on it, right? When you are driving and you are driving, when Nate is driving, the Nate is driving, right? Then it's not, when Nate is driving, not Lyra is driving. I mean, both
Lyra.
are in there, but they are like, like we take a collective decision, but then the one person is doing the act, right? So even that part has to be like decided off, okay, who has the last voice, or who's the council who is delivering the message or is listening to the Mother Earth, the Cosmic Father, and like brings in the information as a channel. That's definitely still a process that will be, how I see it, explored. Who's going to be it, or who wants to have the responsibility, who doesn't, and all this stuff. But that has something to do with that part here. Primary council, organizes leaders.
This was, I hadn't gotten to this part yet because, it's like I was not sure whether we wanted to just copy all of your councils and then put them under what we have for the councils. We also have those currencies below. And my name is Lyra, just for future
Lyra.
reference. Lyra, yeah, not Lyra. So, but we just, this is just on our side what we have set up for our primary councils and our currencies. And we can definitely, just do the copy and paste. But I want to know what specifically, like on our end, we're looking at the SoulSpark Playground as a good label. It can be a combination of the Golden Age and the SoulSpark Caravan. These kinds of things. How we can mesh the different, but there is a branding opportunity with SoulSpark, and there is a branding opportunity with Golden Age. So I mean, as separate entities and as federated collaborators.
It's simple. SoulSpark is simply the game that
it's not just the game though. It's way more than just the game.
I understand, but like each brand, like each one who has this vision, it's way more than that, right? Like Light by Love is way more than just the caravan. Then Awakened Dream Synergy is way more than organizing. This is way more.
Yes.
And I get that. And the truth is that to have it collaborative with all the people who have the same vision, I believe we have to decide, okay, like I'm focusing more on this part, even if it's way more than that. That's where I'm focusing or representing for the main bigger thing. And right. Because we can't do all of it. Like you guys can't do all of it. It's not possible. Right. I cannot do all of it. So it's like that's why I'm saying my suggestion would be how I see it for now, but it can change. is that SoulSpark would be the interactive, gamified way of exchanging the onboarding and energy, and like making it gamified so that the caravan and the movement can can keep going. So it's a huge thing of having SoulSpark as the playground name. Basically, I called it playground for example, right? I call it like playground, even as a platform, and where in the playground you awaken your soul spark, right? You in the playground, we are awakened in the dream, or like, it's like we can play with the words so that everybody feels happy. And I was even thinking to like write a little poem where I put all the names in it, and that's basically a voiceover of the trailer or something. It's like just it's all about acknowledgement and letting people and give people the feeling that they are part of it, so that no one is the one who's taking it all over, and then they are actually doing it and the other ones have done it. So I fully get that. So I would, so that's my suggestion for now so far, that's the interconnection, where me personally, in the Light Body Love app, in the second phase or third phase, there will be an option to dive into the gamification of with Great Work Alliance to have like a trying to find it properly, to awaken the soul spark in us through a gamification, but in the Light Body Love app. That's where I'm at now.
Yeah. And that's what we want to be able to provide, is that ability to spiderweb and integrate.
Okay.
Creating that neural network of different organizations, finding the way that the SoulSpark can mesh, like the concept behind the framework that we have for the gaming, for the playground, for the kiosks, for example, that we would be putting out there in the communities. Community hub kiosks are going to just be going like wildfire when we start bringing the entirety of the festival into the community, saying, all right, what are your local nonprofits? What are your local businesses? What is your local need for this community to thrive together? How can we find that mesh, create that mesh that's going to be beneficial and improve quality of life for everyone within the community? And then also have that hub that connects with the intentional communities and networks throughout the globe.
So,
Okay.
He said he was
So I have
on a website for project portfolios and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's your availability for your web developers, your software developers?
So I have 2, 3, like one guy, Richard Kowalski, who is like the main guy who's writing the software specification for the Light Body Love app, and he worked for Microsoft. So he's like he's very knowledgeable in a software architect, but he wouldn't do the web developing aspect. He's doing the software architecture for the bigger project. I have Dylan, my friend Dylan, who lives in Asheville. He's been doing, and he will be updating my website. But he is like in the same position. He would need some cash, sort of. And so that's a little bit, yeah. So people are just in the same situation. People are just in the same situation of everybody needs now a little bit some cash to just keep going. And yeah. So I can ask you around because why do you need a web developer right now?
We'll see. just trying to get feelers out of who's available and what projects and where their skill sets are. So we
Yeah,
can
I
set
have
them up
really
with what
good ones.
get
I
done.
have really, really good ones. But they also want to be honored for sure for their work. And they're open to get a little bit paid, but having also like credits. That's why I was saying each person who's now helping and contributing the cost needs to be tracked and be compensated even later. Like it has to be even written down so that people feel good to keep contributing.
We have a spreadsheet for that.
Right.
We also have a time bank that we're setting up through the Timex that Ginny has set up. She has a couple of time banks that she's already set up through Timex that are based for intentional communities and the Serious Reboot, which is her program through Infinite Trees Foundation.
Was going for a project portfolio site, like an index or library, different projects for the community hub, and a web form where they can see what's going on, kind of like a library or Netflix type thing, displaying off the project, and they put their data into the web form, which automatically pings or tags them in their project and how they correlate.
Okay.
Along with the automatic documentation
Okay.
and tagging and everything.
Yeah. So let me share you something. Yeah. This thing here is called Alternative Earth. It's a 501c3 nonprofit where I am the managing director of that. So each donation who is coming in is fully, for me, the money accessible. That was the idea from the beginning, where we just use this one to do exactly what you want. But if you guys want to do it with Great Work Alliance or with something else, we can talk about it. I'm just saying that would be direct nonprofit. It's called Alternative Earth, a nonprofit where even if people are, upgrading their profiles and putting into that library, all their ideas into the projects, that could be, something where we can immediately maybe receive some donations. I don't know. It's just an idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And Nick, who is the founder, this beautiful man here, he's working in downtown now to create a bigger manufacturing and like a little headquarter. So that would be even an option for you guys to come and stay with Wi-Fi, and because he's in the team, right? Like he's completely with me and with the whole movement. So yeah, so I think that's something I will talk to him. But then we would be also just much closer together, right? And Zeke wants to come here too, middle of July, to just really finalize this month all the paperwork and all the collaborations. That's just the focus for me personally. For me, even this week. But yeah, I'm not pushing any timeline anymore. I'm just like step by step. So then so Denise was sending me now a link. I don't know if it's a group link or just me and her. I have no idea. I would just have to go to that because I promised her I'm gonna be there in like 4 minutes or 4 minutes.
Okay.
So if there is any question right now more specific, then I'm here to answer it. Other than that, the last part from my side would be I would talk to Nick to utilize that website immediately for what you said, Nate. Then we do a team, put that together. We just keep combining missions and purposes. And I would love to put the game into whatever app is going to be. If it's Library Love app and your game is in there, and in your part is in there, is great. If it's another app, then I'm for sure willing to support that SoulSpark is in that application. So the work that you guys put together will be happening. That's for sure.
So yeah, when you get a chance, just change that logo to what you want to have, that image there. And let's see if we can meet back together later this week with you and Denise and us, and see how we can get that merged. And then as far as the councils go, if we can all agree on working together in different parts of building this app that would include SoulSpark Playground as a part of it, and then be, you know, this is one lens of everyone being able to play together, and then, you know, we have these linking networks that start to develop from that.
Right, but absolutely. But let's just do one at a time. Like SoulSpark is the game, is clear, right? It's like, okay, it's the playground, and in the playground you awaken your SoulSpark, and we do like the whole process in gamification, what you guys documented, and it's really good to have that for the software developer, right? Because they need to know each step, right? Each step, and the more detail we can go, even better. And I will make this happen this week, that you guys meet also Richard, because he can make that happen, right? He can put that theory into real application, right? That's why Zeke will also be doing it how Richard will say it, because Zeke knows who Richard is. Richard is the golden child for the software. He's like the Elon Musk now in the software part, and he's with us, right? So he's like 100%. So yeah, so thank you so much. I think that was a really efficient call. If we can even cut out some sections of that call, would be appreciated.
Yes, I can.
Because I was sharing some parts of like how we unify and stuff like that, and I would love to even have that sent out to some leaders who are on the same boat, to understand that we need to find a way, like how I explained it, because otherwise we will all just run and do our own things, and it would not be efficient. So,
right. So you want to have that clip as its own clip. Is that what you're really asking for? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, and I will send me the fly for your event on the 17th, and I would love to see you guys down here. We will see how we can make this happen financially, to support each other, that you guys can come down here. We'll talk to Nick. Maybe you guys can stay at his place there. Maybe we find something to just be more closer.
Alrighty.
Wonderful. Great talking with you, Mark, and we'll talk to you soon. Look forward to continuing to work together. All right. You have a great evening or day. Bye.